All right, this knife falls into a category I like to call "Don't Judge the Knife by Its Cover." There's that book by its scales. I don't know. Don't judge it just by its look. So when I first got this is the last of a knife from my buddy Chris out in Texas. So sadly, after I finish this video, I need to box up all of the other awesome knives he sent. Very cool stuff. And some of them my videos haven't even gone live yet. There's a couple that are for sale that I'm very tempted by. There's a custom Todd bag. There's just some very awesome stuff in there. So it's going to be a tough group of knives to send back. But this is the Elishewitz Knives EK folder. The EK folder, I'm not really sure because it's based on John Eck's commando knife. And there was a fixed blade that started back in World War II. And story has it that General Patton actually carried a fixed blade version of this, if you will, or the fixed blade original design of this. And I'll put a picture up here that you can check out and take a look at. It's a cool looking fixed blade. It was called the EK commando knife. And yeah, it's similar to this, but a fixed blade. A little bit different dimensions and whatnot. But as I kind of researched and learned a little bit about this knife, as I try to look up most of the knives to get some either specs that I don't know, which there may still be some specs I don't know about this knife. But I do learn a little bit about the knives and stuff when I do that. So let's just dive into this. It's 4.5 inches closed, 8 inches overall with a 3.4 inch blade. Don't know what the blade steel is on it because it's not marked on the blade. I don't have a certificate of authenticity. It was not in the notes that Chris sent me, nor could I find it on the internet. So they made this in a lot of different configurations. Some with like crazy Damasteel and Damascus blades, fat carbon fiber scales. This particular one has G10 with G10 backspacer and a steel bent pocket clip that works exceptionally bad. You know, it's very Benchmade-ish looking, but because it is so short and it is so thick, there's like no spring. Getting it in and out of your pocket is quite the workout. But that's okay. It's a cool knife. It's not necessarily my style, but it's cool to check out. The blade thickness is 0.158. Overall thickness is 0.68. Weighs in at 4.2 ounces. And I believe it runs on bearings. I could not confirm that, but that's what it feels like. So very smooth action, very cool, very pointy. I don't love thumb discs in general, but it works really well on this knife. And there's not enough blade showing really to put a thumb stud. So I get it. Titanium hardware, titanium liners, titanium thumb disc. It's a cool knife. Like I'm not going to lie. It's kind of historical and modern all at the same time, which I love. The fit and finish is very nice, but it's you know, kind of basic done well with some history behind it. There is a bunch of milling on the inside of the scales on the liner and the frame. So that helps in the weight. It's mostly on the lock bar. But all in all, it's just a very well done dagger-esque, World War II-esque. And from what I understand is that they still carry this type of knife, this EK. I'm not sure how you pronounce John's last name. It's John EK. So I'm guessing it's EK. They still carry, from what I understand, the EK commando knife into today's conflicts. So I could be wrong on that. If somebody knows different, please let me know down below, because I know when I'm wrong. Well, I don't know when I'm wrong because I obviously think I'm right, or I wouldn't say it, but I am easy enough to be corrected and know and accept the fact when I am wrong. How about that? Here it is next to the Kubi KB237. Almost exact same size. Big price difference. This is a custom-made knife. It's $1,000-ish. This is a production-made knife in China, which is $60-ish. You decide what you want. Something that's a little bit more similar price range. Well, not really. Three-ish plus 1,000 to the 1,000. But again, custom, American-made, all of that good stuff. I don't know. It's a cool knife. I'm super excited that Chris sent it in to me. It's not something I could carry because of the pocket clip. I did carry a bunch of his other ones because Chris and I are good like that. And, but yeah, this is a unique knife that I think would be cool to pull out at the office, at a barbecue, at a thing, because there's history behind it. So that's why I start out by, don't just judge a knife by what it looks like there or even here. Understand a little bit about a knife before you just dismiss it. I mean, there are some ugly knives out there. There's ugly watches out there. And so I do kind of judge a little bit, but I try not to, because there's always a story. Always a story to go with it. There you go. Thanks for watching, everyone. Have yourselves a fantastic day.